Hello friends and welcome to today's episode. A police dispatcher in Ohio is being praised for figuring out that a woman who called 911 and asked for a pizza was actually trying to report domestic violence. Mike Navarre is the chief of police in Oregon, Ohio. On November 13th, he was driving home and listening to dispatchers as he usually does. He heard a strange call. The person who called 911 said, "I'd like to order a pizza." They gave a home address. Tim Tanek, who worked as a 911 dispatcher, asked, "You called 911 to order a pizza?" "Yes," the woman said, and she gave a number for an apartment. Tanek said, "This is the wrong number to call to order a pizza." The caller said, No, you're not getting it." Tanek put an end to it. "I understand now." "Okay. He's still there, right?" "Yes. I need a large pepperoni pizza," the caller said, adding that the pizza should be large. When Tanek asked if he should send a medical team and if the woman could stay on the phone, she said no to both questions. Tanek said, "I'll get them going." He then sent officers to the address and told them to turn off their sirens before getting close to the apartment. "The person who called ordered a pizza and agreed with everything I said about domestic violence," he said. The woman who called the police is the 38-year-old daughter of a 57-year-old woman whose live-in boyfriend came home drunk and yelling on November 13th around 9 p.m., telling the 57-year-old that he was going to beat her ass before punching and pushing her, according to a police report that includes the accounts of the victim, her daughter, and another witness. The 57-year-old woman, whose name NBC News is not giving out, told officers that she was pushed so hard that she fell into the wall behind her, the report said. The police report said that her boyfriend, Simon Ray Lopez, 56, said he didn't touch the woman and just wanted to get to bed. He was arrested for domestic violence and is being held at the Lucas County Correction Center. The next day, Navarre looked into the strange 911 call more and praised Tanek, who has worked for the department for 14 years. Navarre told NBC News he used his training and experience to figure out that a woman was in trouble. There's no way to know what would have happened if he hadn't made it. Navarre said he and Tanek had never heard of calling the police while pretending to order a pizza, but they have since found out that some domestic violence support groups teach this method, or they teach not only pizza but also Chinese food, Navarre said. If the operator tells you you have the wrong number, say no. He also said that he would use the call from November 13th to train dispatchers in the future. A good dispatcher will know that this person wants to talk to them and needs help. In this case, that is exactly what happened, he said. Some dispatchers might hang up on this person, but it's worth a try to do your best. That's exactly what he did, and it went very well. Experts do warn against the idea that dispatchers all over the country are trained to know the difference between a call for takeout and a call for help. Christopher Carver, who was the National Emergency Number Association's Director of Dispatch Center Operations when the Associated Press talked to him last year, said that calling 911 and saying "I need help" is not a good idea. Pizza in an emergency is not a normal or usual thing to do. It would be very dangerous to think that there are secret phrases that will work with any 911 center, he said. Last year, a popular social media post said, "If you need to call 911 but are afraid to because someone is in the room, dial and ask for a pepperoni pizza. They will ask if you're sure you want to call 911. Say yes and keep acting like you're giving an order. The dispatchers are trained to ask specific yes or no questions. Don't hang up." After that, the Los Angeles Police Department shared the tweet with a warning. LAPD Communications has seen this image being shared on different social media sites. This is not true. It is much better to text to 911. To send the right help, they need to know exactly where you are and what the problem is. Not all police departments, though, have the technology that lets people text the police. Navarre said that this service is just starting to be offered by his department. A domestic violence PSA that aired during the 2018 Super Bowl may have helped spread the idea that calling 911 and asking for a pizza is a sign of trouble. In the ad from No More, an organization that raises awareness about domestic violence and sexual assault, a woman calls 911 and orders a pizza. The dispatcher asks her if this call is a joke. The camera moves around a messy apartment and focuses on a hole in the wall at one point. As the woman keeps placing the order, the dispatcher finally asks if it's an emergency. The woman can then say yes. The ad says, "When it's hard to talk, it's up to us to listen." A representative for No More said that the PSA was based on a true story. Since we started in 2013, No More has asked people to pay attention to warning signs and calls for help from family, friends, and neighbors. A spokesperson told NBC News in a statement, "Of course, we hope that victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, or child abuse can call emergency or support services directly whenever they need to, but that isn't always the case." That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for more amazing stories.